If we have to use one word, I will say cooperation. And if we can say a sentence, I will say that this is the right place for understanding what experimentation means.
There is a lot of action, there is a lot of dialogue, but we don't see yet this collective transformative action that is necessary to achieve these green and just transitions.
So I think the innovation camp, it's, we'll say, building capacity on these transformative pathways, yes.
I probably would say sharing. I think it's a way to really put in common different perspectives, different experiences, and it's a way to just see that we are all in the same boat, and it's a way to combine our different perspectives to learn from one each other.
Future in terms of solutions, that brings the future, and without innovation it's hard to be doable, and there's the bigger perspective that then brings this kind of workshop and innovation cup, because they always come with recommendations that are reusable worldwide, not only within the project program in the countries, because therefore it's future and reusability of that future.
The Dialogue for Innovation project of the Innovative Sustainable Economy mission of the Interreg Euromed programme organised the second edition of the Innovation Camp in Barcelona on the 28th and 29th of May 2024. Now, it focused on the role of Smart Specialisation Strategies, S3, the EU instrument for innovation-driven regional development, in supporting a green and just transition in the Mediterranean. The two-day event gathered the S3 practitioners, policymakers, Interreg Euromed projects with other actors of the innovation ecosystems from the Med community to strengthen the connections and work together to find new pathways to address sustainability challenges and Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs.
The objective of this innovation camp were more or less three. So on one side, we want to propose some and stimulate the discussion with the stakeholders with an approach, theoretical and methodological, that we would like to follow in the project. On the other, we would like to have inputs, feedback, so to grasp the knowledge from the stakeholder, to understand their needs, their expectation and their willingness to cooperate. But mainly the Innovation Camp is a community building event. So we wanted stakeholders, people from the thematic project, people from the policy making, from the innovation ecosystem, to be together, to work together in order to start really knowing better each other and cooperating.
This Innovation Camp is a meeting space for S3 policymakers and for partners of MED projects working on the mission an innovative sustainable economy in the Mediterranean. So it's important, in these 2 days we are going to work together a lot. We are going to provide common frameworks and tools and analysis tools in order to work more effectively together to accelerate the transition towards a more sustainable economy. And so we would like that people go home having new friends, having new alliances, new complicities with other MED actors in order to work more purposefully towards this objective.
Sustainability challenges are global, but also affect territories locally in the Mediterranean regions. Understanding complex challenges in a systemic approach and multi-level perspective to envision transition pathways is key. The first day of the Innovation Camp, participants reflected about the challenge of depopulation in rural and remote areas, identifying limitations and opportunities in the local, regional and global level, and envisioning how to move towards a sustainable shared vision of the future.
I think the added value of the approach is that it allows to test and experiment ideas between people working across the Mediterranean region from different local and regional contexts, so they can come together, they can discuss, they can look at common and shared problems, and then try and develop solutions or actions that can be taken to address those problems. The big advantage is that they can then, if they co-design those solutions or those actions, they can then test them and co-test them in different local situations. So we're sitting in Barcelona today, but the solutions might also be very relevant for Athens or one of the Italian cities, or somewhere in the Western Balkans, or on the North Africa as well.
I think it's probably quite common in many sectors is that we are mainly addressing the symptoms of the problems. Some problems that have been created by the system itself, and that we need to fix things. So we really focus on fixing things, but from a very techno-fix mentality. So we really have a lack of understanding of the deep causes of the problems, because this is something we have not been trained to. We try really to create these technological solutions, and we are not used to approach these problems from a more holistic perspective, more interdisciplinary perspective. And I think this is something that we are seeing in many other sectors, but in this one specifically, because we really need to mix these different approaches.
To support sustainable transitions, stakeholders, S3 practitioners, policymakers and med innovation projects need to align around relevant challenges to have a truly transformative impact. For this reason, the second day of the Innovation Camp focused on why and how to align med innovation project results and smart specialisation strategies towards SDGs.
The focus of this edition of the Innovation Camp, that is the second edition, is mainly on one side exploring the potential of the smart specialization strategies to be more transformative, meaning to be more oriented to tackle the challenges that are existing either at local level, domestic level, but also at the Mediterranean level. So on one side to make policy better, on the other our expectation, ambition is to connect these policies with the project's activity. So to working locally, to work in the thematic cooperation projects together with the policies in order to transfer the experimentation in structural change and so to impact on territories.
Smart specialization strategies are at the core of regional development efforts in European regions. They are knowledge-based strategies for development, and over the years we have witnessed a very, very clear evolution. It is increasingly central for regions not to act as isolated actors, but to coordinate in interregional cooperation projects. The reason for that is a shift in awareness at the policy level of the importance of European value chains and European networks of cooperation in innovation and research. In this sense, I would say that looking at the future of smart specialization, interregional cooperation will be a central element of such evolution. They will still be knowledge-based, they will still be regional-based, but we are not talking about isolated regions. We're talking about regions that make sense as part of a European network.
Multi-level fund is essential in order to get enough results, final results, because you are facing multifaceted problems that are not only covered by one of the funds in terms of local fund, regional fund, national fund, or even European fund. So you have to take a systemic view, not only in a thematic way, in terms of you are facing challenges that are systemic and need a systemic and comprehensive view, but also a systemic and comprehensive funding of the issue.
This is a very important experience and we change and experience and face the challenge. We don't have answers for the questions we bring here. When we come here, we try to understand we are not alone in the process, because we have a lot of other regions in Europe. They are thinking together to solve the same problems that we have, and we should understand together how can we reach and how can we pass these bottlenecks of the process. And this is a very, very unique opportunity to be here and to share this knowledge with all these partners.
One of the main takeaways that I will take with me is the importance to be given the opportunity to try and to fail. We are talking about very innovative projects. We are talking about regional realities, but also international collaboration. And we are talking about really making an impact, especially on the topic of innovation and of sustainability for the very long future in Europe.
I think what we learn during this camp are to empower and manage, or at least have the skills to empower and manage all voices. And I think it would be great to keep connecting territorial actors, particularly those that have that are testing new solutions or innovative solutions, with those that have the competencies to change things.
The Innovative Sustainable Mission is working to create and develop the conditions that put forward transformative innovation, serving sustainable transitions in the Mediterranean. The second innovation camp in Barcelona has been an excellent space to work together and move into action.